Hello, I'm Terry Davis, and I'm here to share my testimony. For date purposes, today is January 28th, 2026. I just want to share my story. In September, I was introduced to a product by my hairdresser that I knew nothing about. And how many of y'all have a hairdresser that will let you know what's going on and what's best for you, right? And I've known her for many, many years. We've done other things together for our health. And so I knew when she told me about a product that I could take it to the bank. And so I signed up without ever trying it. I signed up for the best deal where I could get 3 bottles for the price of 2. And so she told me all about it while I'm getting my hair done. So I was excited. So when I got my special tincture that is only mature hops extract, which is a MHE3, a special blend and pending patent on this. So there's no other out there. You can't get this from Amazon or anywhere. It is not the same. This is exclusively for our company. But my story is that I wasn't on any meds. I've not been on any meds. I'll be 66 and I don't take any prescription drugs. I had a hysterectomy when in my 20s, and I never would take the hormones because of side effects. And so I just dealt with things. So because of what this does with the vagus nerve, which I didn't know we had, so I started studying it. But the vagus nerve is kind of like the motherboard in your computer. It's kind of like the motherboard in your car. It controls a lot of things. So for our body, it's 1,100 functions and processes of the body. And so I will be on this the rest of my life. But let me just share with you some of the things that I've noticed. And I always recommend that if you start something like this, write down all the things that you suffer with, because believe it or not, you'll forget some things until you hear somebody else's testimony. But I'm just going to start with, the vagus nerve starts up here and it goes all the way through to the gut. And so I'm going to start with my head. So brain fog is gone and my anxiety is no more. I can tell you that the job that I do from home is I'm a bookkeeper, so I take care of people's books. But I would get so agitated and just like I could just rip my skin off. I don't know if anybody experiences that, but sometimes I would just want to go off in the closet and just scream, and I'm assuming that you can call that anxiety, but whatever it's called, I don't have that anymore. There is just, and it's so hard to explain, and I hear this with other people when they share their testimony as well, that there's just a peace about it. And there's just a peace that I feel that is hard to explain. And this is the way I like to explain it, is that I like to fish, and you can look up on an app and see what the sea is going to be, right, to know if it's calm or not. I've been out on the water in a boat when it was very choppy, and I can tell you my body was sore when I got back to the shore. I was sore from all that movement, right? But when it's calm, it's a pleasant day on the water. It's a pleasant day to go fishing. That is how my body feels. It's a calm. And when there's a calm, things can heal and happen. The other thing is my vision. I can see without these glasses. They are bifocal, okay? And I'm thinking I probably need to, I just found my old prescription. They're just a little bit heavier, but I can't wait for my next. And my bifocals, it's like $1,100 for my glasses. So I can't wait for the next eye exam to see what the improvements are. And I've also recently heard somebody else's story as well. 2 other stories about the vision. So I know it's not just in my head. I know it's happening. So I can drive without them, everything, and that I used to not be able to do that. The ringing in my ears, I'm looking forward to that. I do have, I accidentally shot my dad's gun in my car. And it was like a 45, I think, or something. Anyway, it was loud, and I've had the ringing in my ears ever since. So I'm hoping that will come eventually. My sleep, I sleep like a baby. I used to toss and turn a lot, and not sleep well. And my husband got me this ring that tells me all my things. And I think it was on my birthday. I don't remember. But now I'm sleeping better. It tells me all the things. It tells me if I get up in the middle of the night and all that. So typically, before this product, I would get up 1 to 2 times during the night. Sometimes it was hard to go back to sleep. But now I rarely get up in the middle of the night. If I do, it's because I've drank a lot. If I have a big cup of coffee at night, my husband and I have been doing that lately. I may have to get up like at 4:30 in the morning. But anyway, the sleep is better. Also, my ring shows me my grade. My grades are higher, and my heart rate is better. My heart rate was showing a tension every night, but it's gotten better. Let's move on to digestion. My digestion, I've had my gallbladder removed 4 or 5 years ago, and it was right before Christmas. And my sister tells me it will get better, but when you got to go to the bathroom, you better go. Don't trust anything, or you'll be changing your clothes. I know this is TMI, but what this will do is if you don't go to the bathroom on a regular basis, you'll go regular. If you go too much, it'll regulate that. So that's what it's done for me. I now have normal digestion bathroom habits. The other thing is libido. As I said, I've had a hysterectomy, and not having the hormone replacement can cause other issues that is not pleasant. And I can tell you it's gone. And I can tell you that it has helped with the libido. And all right, moving on. The RA, rheumatoid arthritis in my hands, and I should have brought the picture in here, but I did show the picture showing my arthritis on another live that I did the other day, or a video I did the other day, but I have no more arthritis pain in my hands. And that's been like since 2009 or 10 when I was diagnosed. And it was so bad that my thumbs hurt so bad, and it was so painful that I would have to use my pinkies in my belt loops to pull my pants up to go to the bathroom. So I'm very excited about that. No more pain there. And I just feel like I have purpose now. I love when I wake up. I feel wonderful and not tired when I wake up. And I just feel like I have a purpose, and I'm so excited that I have to tell others. For my husband, he is more calm as well. I've noticed more calm. He sleeps like a baby. Every morning he says, "Oh, I slept so good." And much calmer. He's got restless leg syndrome really bad. And I've noticed that more calm. Even in the bed in the mornings or going to bed, he would fidgety his feet. And if he had his hand on me, and I'd put my hand over it to stop. I can't go to sleep with that, right? So that has improved. And he's only on month 2. My friend in Indiana, she's 74, and she's like on month 4. No, she's a little after me. So she's like on month 3. And like I said, she's 74. She was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and her neurologist and her primary doctor want to know what she's doing. They want to know more because they're excited for the improvement they see in her health. And I can tell you, When I talk to her on the phone, she's sharper than she was. She's not stumbling, trying to think of what she was trying to say. She can get it out. She's when you activate the vagus nerve, you are going to affect the nervous system. And so she is excited and she loves how she feels. She called me on day 3 and said, girl, I got to be more than a customer. I've got to be able to share this with my friends in her community. So she's excited and wants to share with others as well. And she had her insurance agency guy call me the other day as well. So she can't keep it quiet either. She wants to tell others. So my son, his allergies are so much better. His snoring's not as loud. And I say all this to say that I'm not making medical claims. I can't do that. Everybody's story is different, but there is science behind the product. And if you'd like that, you can comment science. But, and whoever will get you the information, but there is science behind it. There's the white papers on it. There's been the studies and all the things. And all I can say is don't delay. You don't have to be sick and tired and sick. There's an option. You can take it today. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Now, your story might be different than mine, and you might get immediate results. I can tell you, I could tell in my sleep right away. So when you go, most people, if they have inflammation and overweight, it's from inflammation, and it is because you're in a fight and flight mode. And when you get to rest and digest, then your body is able to do what God designed it to do, and that is to get well. So when you start seeing that you're sleeping better and feel amazing when you get up, you're getting to that point of rest and digest. So that's my story, and I can't wait to hear your story of healing as well. So thank you for listening to my story, and have an amazing day.